Hello, very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another LeetCode question, which is shortest unsorted continuous subarray. What the question says is that given an integer array nums, you need to find one continuous subarray. That if you only sort this subarray in ascending order, then the whole array will be sorted in the ascending order. Right? We need to return the shortest such subarray and output the length. So, if I understand correctly, right, we are given an array in which there is some subarray which is not in sorted order, right? If I sort that subarray, then automatically the whole array becomes sorted, right? So if I look at this, right, 2 6 4 8 10 9 15, right? So 2 6 4 8 10 9 and 15, right? Now in this case, if I see 2 has to be very beginning, but this has to come here, and my maximum number 10 has to come here, right? So my this subarray is the one which needs to be sorted, right? So I hope you understood, right? That this length is 9 1 2 3 4 5, right? This is what we need to do. We need to find out the position wherein uh, the array started becoming in non-ascending order, right? If it is sorted, then we need to return 0, etc., right? One So in a way, what I'm understanding in this question, right, is it is not more or less not testing your data structure abilities, but it is going to test your problem solving skills. Now, now there are multiple approaches to solve this problem, and you may come up with multiple approaches. So for starters, right, let's think of an approach where I just sort this whole array, and I keep a tab of where the array is not following the order. So what I mean by that is I'll copy this array into another array. I'll sort it. I'll keep a tab of the minimum and maximum value, right? And once I find the minimum and maximum value, I'll just check the position of them, and then based on that, I'll return the results. Okay. So let's pen it down. So let me create a nums copy is equal to new, and this will be nums dot length, right? And I need to copy it. So we have this function in array where I can enable function, and you can say in C sharp, wherein I can copy one array to the other. It's just that I need to use the positions of it. So I need to copy nums to nums copy from 0th index, and how much length I need to copy. I need to copy the entire length, right? That will be nums dot length. This way, my whole array got copied into nums dot sort, nums copy. Now the next one is I'll sort this nums copy because I need to compare it with the original array. This will be nums dot array dot sort nums copy, right? Now I have a sorted array, I have an unsorted array, which is nums. Now I start comparing them. So let me add, say, int start is equal to, or rather that's not needed, but that's fine. So let me add that. My start value will be something. Assume that, okay, I'm already at the last index, everything is sorted, I'm not finding anything. So I'll just make it nums dot length, and my end is your 0. The idea is that end should be, assume start and end should be the 0. If I come towards the left to the right, and if I try to compare the results, if everything is sorted, my end will tend towards 0 and my start will tend towards the maximum length, right? If that happens, that means it's sorted, right? So if that doesn't happen, that means I have a value which is for which it's not going to be in a sorted order. So I'll just say I less than nums dot length I plus plus. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to check if my nums I is not equal to nums I nums copy, right. Right, I'm comparing the values now. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to calculate my start index. My What is my start right now? Start will be math dot min start comma I, and my end will be math dot max end comma I, right? So let me before let me give you an example, but before that let me just close it out. I think we are almost done. So once I'm done with this array, I'll have a start and end index. So I'll just check whether my start, if my end minus start is greater than 0, that means my end reached to the rightmost uh, position, it's still 0, or it's already changed the context. Then I'll say if it is greater than equal to 0, then I'll say end minus start plus 1, otherwise I'll send out 0. That means it's already in sorted order. So let me walk you through with this one, right? So assuming say I had 1, 3, 4, and 2, right? Now this is an unsorted array, right? Because I need to bring 2 here and 4 here, right? This is what it is, right? So what I'm going to do now is I assumed I assume that my start is maximum, which is in this case 3, and end is my minimum, which is say 0. What I'm going to check is if my nums I is not equal to nums copy I. So my nums copy I will be 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So this is where it will tell me, okay, these are not equal, right? These are not equal. So what my start becomes is my start becomes math.min start comma I. Start was right. In this position, my I value will be 1. So it will be 3 comma 1, and in this case that will be equal to 1. So my start position became 1. So this is where I am seeing the first instance where they are not equal. What my end becomes, I am saying math.max where 0 comma I is again at this position. So I'll say okay, this is again 1. So my end again becomes 1, right? Then I move to this position. Okay, in this position, what is my start index? Start index is right now 1, and this I is equal to 2. So if I look at min of I1 comma 2, that this will remain 1, but this will change to so this will change to 1 comma 2, this will change to 2, correct? Now similarly I move to the next one. Start is again going to remain 1 because that is the minimum index, but my end will move towards the next position, which is equal to 3, right? So by end of this loop, my start is equal to 1, my end is equal to 3, right? Now what I'm saying is, okay, n minus 1 is n minus 3 minus 1 plus 1. My overall length will be 3 minus 1 plus 1, so that will be 3. That's how we kind of always try to find a length, end index minus start index plus 1. Now why I have this check, right? Now assume that the entry which I got was sorted, so it was 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So my start was 3 and end was 0, right? So if I'm at this position and my sorted order will be also 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'll never go inside this loop. I'll never go inside this loop, correct? So my end remained 0, my start remained 3, right? So in this position I should ideally return 0, right? And my start should in a way always be less than my end, because that then only I'll be able to find my first instance where the inequality came into picture. So to ensure that if sorted order is there, then obviously n minus start should be greater than equal to 0. Then I'll just return 0. I hope you would have understood this. Now this is in a way, right? Let me run this through first. It got finished. I got expected result. Let's submit it. It got accepted.